Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm Jason with Pastor Dave, and I'm asking questions, and he's giving me answers. Hey, Dave, the question that I have for you is, in Revelation chapter 7, it's talked about the 144,000 from the tribes of Israel.
Right.
Who are they? What does that make in reference to?
Who they are, actually, it's almost self-explanatory. A lot of scriptures are that way. It's like if we just let the Bible speak for itself and not try to speak in between the lines and just believe that he means what he says and he says what he means, and for the most part that's how scriptures are understood. And he says the 144,000 are, and he begins to describe from not only just the nation of Israel but each tribe they represent. And so obviously he's talking about those who are in the period of time called the tribulation that are going to be used. It seems as though seems to be because of the fruit that happens after they're gone. It seems like it's an evangelistic kind of an outreach. And so it seems like they're the Billy Grahams, to not have a better term, but the outreach is from the Jewish nation, whom once the Spirit is taken off the church and the church is raptured, which I firmly believe from the scriptures, that final 7-year period of Daniel, where it's predetermined upon the nation of Israel, the Spirit then taken off the church is going to be placed upon Israel. And Israel, for the final 7 years, the tribulation period, is going to be really the witness into the world. And many people are going to come to the Lord, but they're going to come with pretty much giving their life or having to really struggle with starvation and various other difficulties during that time. But the idea of the 144,000 comes in that mix of during the tribulation, when the Spirit is placed upon the nation of Israel. They will look to the Lord. They'll receive him. Zechariah describes that they'll look upon him whom they pierced, and they'll say, where did you receive these wounds? And he's going to say, I received them in the house of my friends. They're going to receive him as a child, as a son that has died, and it's going to be the mourning of what they had missed, the idea that what they had done with their Messiah. But as a nation, Romans chapter 9, 10, 11 describes Israel in a progression there. And they will come to the Lord during the tribulation period. And so when the Spirit is taken off the church, placed upon Israel, 144,000 of the nation of Israel surface and become very much a pivotal point in lives of people during the tribulation.
So there's the explanation for the person that asked me that question. There's the explanation about the 144,000. Encourage you always get in the Word, get in the book of Revelation and start asking questions. But I like what Dave said. Sometimes God just says what he means and means what he says in the Word. So don't take it too much out of context. Just read it for what God wrote, and it'll speak to our heart. Hey, thanks for joining us.